and New Zealand companies are exporting it to some of China's most polluted cities. They call it air farming, and our air is so popular, even Australian companies are coming over to harvest it. I don't know how either. We'll learn in a moment. None of them will reveal exactly where they collect the air from, but one farmer agreed to meet Fenna Owen in Christchurch to show her how it's done. Have a look.
You know, and it's a simple...
I don't want to do an advertisement for you, but that is beautiful air.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Good, well thanks New Zealand for that.
This is Christchurch businessman Phillip Duval on the Port Hills, giving us a whiff of New Zealand air he's exporting to smoggy Asian cities. Air pollution kills 1.6 million people in China every year.
Canadian company sells cans of fresh air to smog-choking China.
But Canada was first off the mark to cash in on Asia's pollution. A year ago, a Canadian tested the market with his Banff mountain air. A year on, and much richer, he can't keep up with shipments. And then there's very English air.
You've got to keep away from roads, pollutants, everything else, so that we can be sure of the best quality air.
Yes, and those fragrant, grassy notes are put into jam jars and sold online and on the street. It did start as a gimmick, but people are buying them.
Here's a great place to sell our premium product.
Air farming in New Zealand is not so romantic. Phillip Duval is demonstrating his smaller portable compression unit.
So it simply attaches like so, and within that period of time we have a full can.
Breathe Ezy cans sell for $30 New Zealand and you get around 150 breaths.
We're walking between offices or walking to work or something, they might take 2 or 3. It's going to last them for quite some time. And what price do you put on having a breath of fresh air?
You don't need a resource consent for this.
Not really, no.
It's a free resource.
It is.
So anyone can
it's not
come
like
in and...
water.
No.
We're not going to take billions of litres of water. We're taking air which is in an unlimited supply. Air is not going to run out, not unless...
And it doesn't belong to anyone?
Doesn't belong to anybody. You know, could you collect some air here and sort of have someone say, that's not yours, it's mine?
You haven't talked to Ngāi Tahu?
No, I'm sure we're safe.
We all love the pure air from Australia.
We think our air is good enough to bottle, absolutely.
Yes, an Australian company is farming air from popular tourist spots.
Marketed as pure Gold Coast air, Bondi Beach, Blue Mountains.
But a quick scroll down the Australian Green and Clean website and what's this? The Aussies are coming over and canning New Zealand air and exporting it to China. We gave them a ring. I just wondered whether you had any more pure New Zealand air?
Yes, we do, but not until end of July because we are harvesting the new batch at the moment.
Oh, are you collecting the air at the moment?
Yes, yes.
What about the Australians, though, coming over and taking our air, Phillip?
Well, that's what they say. I'm not sure that I entirely believe that.
They say they've run out of it and they're about to harvest some more.
Yes, OK, well, that's fine, but they will be an Australian company selling New Zealand air.
Dr Jacinta Ruru is a director of Ngā Pae o Te Maramatanga at Otago University, a specialist in how we manage our resources.
How do we control who's going to take air for commercial gain? And that's an essential issue that aligns quite well with water.
One of the directors of the Australian air farming company cancelled an interview with Q&A, not to avoid us, he said in his email, but because he had to go to China. Back on the Port Hills, Phillip questions the Australian air farming method.
And it said that they had, you know, they said we could offer eucalyptus-flavoured air from the Blue Mountains or something. Well, that suggests to me that they don't have an effective filtration system, so I'd be concerned that what was going on there, really.
Along with export, the Australians and New Zealand companies want to sell the cans as souvenirs.
The Chinese tourist numbers are increasing exponentially. There's going to be a great wave coming soon, and that's great. See, doesn't she look so much better now?
I'm worried about the can, though, Phillip.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the can.
In what sense?
Well, made in a factory in China.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Part of the problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you probably can't get cans made here.
Phillip is sure there'll be other Kiwis starting to farm air. No problem. There's quite a lot of air to go around.
Look, there are a lot of people. There's enough to go around. There'll be lots of competition. Bring it on.